My name is Joey Sowell. This is Donna Ford, one of my coworkers, and right now we're in a crucial time in Donna's life. We're trying to raise some money. We're doing a GoFundMe money bomb where we're trying to raise at least $3,800 for a surgery. And what is that surgery again?
A gastric sleeve.
A gastric sleeve, and it's going to cost initially $1,600 just to be seen by the doctor to have the surgery, not including her deductible and missed time from work. And this is going to basically help her, and she's agreed to have frequent Bible studies once a week. We've already worked that out with a certain individual, a preacher, and she's a real good girl, and I really care about her as a friend and as a coworker. And these are some of the things that's wrong with her. I mean, it's like a 20-point list, and it goes long. But she's a single mother with 2 grandchildren. She takes over 13 different prescriptions, as you can see right here. She takes these every day. 13 different prescriptions that the doctors prescribe her. She has rheumatoid arthritis. She's diagnosed with manic depressive bipolar disorder since 2001. She's tried to kill herself 3 or 4 times, guys. 3 or 4 times. She lives with constant pain every single day because of the rheumatoid arthritis. She has tons of co-pays. Anybody knows if you go to the doctor, I mean, money stacks up, it adds up, okay? She sees 3 different specialized doctors every single month, and her job is only commission. So with these medications affecting her and her mental state, if she doesn't make a sale, if she doesn't make a check, practically, okay? Her last check that she's pulling out right now, because her stress
That's what I got paid for
is overwhelming, is around what is that? She brought home $394 in a 2-week period, okay? And we all know we can't live off that. And she's trying to get her back to normal, and she's going to get back to normal because she's a fighter. And I really admire her because she is a fighter. Basically, this last income tax, we wouldn't even have to be doing this right now, but basically the state took her taxes, and her federal taxes are on hold because
of 2011.
Because of 2011, I guess she owed some back taxes or whatever. But besides the point, she was depending on that, just like many of you depend on your federal income taxes, and she's not getting hers. Also, she has hypertension and an enlarged heart. That's very devastating for one. She's going through menopause right now. She's 48 years old. Her metabolism has changed, which is causing weight gain. She's receiving steroid shots from the rheumatoid doctor, which is causing weight gain on top of weight gain. She suffers from panic attacks. She's very overwhelmed, and frankly, I mean, just to be real, she's prone to heart attack any day. Okay, I mean, this is she's going through. She's at the bottom of the barrel, and all you can do is look up. Okay. Also, she can't sleep at night. She has no immediate family. No immediate family. So this is a desperate plea for people like you who actually care. I'm taking out of my time. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for this. I do this because I care, not because she's my coworker, because she's a human being, okay? Also, she can't walk, barely walk. She can barely exercise, okay? Because of the arthritis, and she can't even clean her own house. The surgery that she is in dire need of, according to the doctor, is not only going to take the weight off, but for every pound she loses, takes basically 4 pounds of pressure off her body. And the surgery would decrease the amount of meds she would have to take, all these medications on the table. We don't even want to see them anymore, okay? And if there's even anybody out there that can help her with the nutritional things, I mean, that would be greatly appreciated too. Basically, one of the things she wanted to say was, I want to live and to be a testament to what God can do if you only believe and have faith. And with that said, I want to read a few passages of Scripture. That's where we go to when we're hurting and we're tired. We go to the Bible for strength. And I'm going to start with I'm going to use this as an allegory, and I'm going to dovetail it with a few other scriptures. It says in 1 Corinthians 16 verse 1, "Now concerning the collection for the saints, as I give order to the churches of Galatia, so do you, upon the first day of the week, let everyone lay by in store as God has prospered him, so there'll be no gatherings when I come." This is for the needy saints in Jerusalem, okay? This is 1 Corinthians now. 2 Corinthians chapter 8 verses 1 and following, it says, "Moreover, brethren, we do with the grace of God bestowed on the churches of Macedonia, how that in great trial of affliction, the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded into the riches of their liberality." These people were poor, but they still gave. "For to the power I bear record, yea, and beyond their power they were willing of themselves, praying with us entreaty that we would receive the gift and take upon us the fellowship and the mystery of the saints. And herein I give my advice," verse 10, "for this is expedient to you who have begun before, not only to do so, but also before a year ago." In other words, they're collecting all these funds for over a year for the needy saints in Jerusalem. Verse 11 in chapter 8 of 2 Corinthians, "Now therefore complete the doing of it, that there will be a readiness to will, so there may be performance also that which you have. For if there be first a willing mind, if it's acceptable according to a man hath, and not what he hath not." Okay? So basically, if you have money, okay, it'd be great to give. But if you don't, I mean, you can give your time, you can give advice, things of that nature. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 5, it says, "Therefore I thought," on the same note, "it's necessary to exhort the brethren that they would go before unto you and make up beforehand your bounty, whereof you had noticed before, that the same might be ready as a matter of bounty and not of covetousness. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap sparingly, and he which soweth bountifully shall reap bountifully. Every man according to as he is prospered in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. And God is able to make grace abound unto you, that ye always having all sufficiency in all things may abound to every good work, as it is written, He hath dispersed abroad, He hath given to the poor, His righteousness remaineth forever." Now this is what I'm doing right now is dovetailing this, how the Christians gave in the first century, to this next passage of Scripture that Jesus states in Matthew chapter 25 verse 31 and following. "When the Son of Man shall come in His glory and all of His holy angels, and He shall sit upon His throne in glory of His glory, and before Him He shall gather all nations and separate every one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. The King shall say unto Him on His right hand, Come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you before the foundations of the world. For when I was hungered, you gave me meat. When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. When I was a stranger, you took me in. Then shall the righteous answer Him, saying, Lord, when saw we hungry? When did we feed you? Or thirsty and gave you drink? Or when saw we sick or in prison and came unto you? And the King shall answer and say unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, Insomuch as you have done it to the least of my brethren, you have done it unto me. Okay? Practically, when we see people in the world, they're sick spiritually. They're hungry physically. They're thirsty spiritually. They're thirsty physically. Okay? And I want to end with this. Matthew chapter 5 verses 2 and following. And Jesus opened up his mouth saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst for righteousness, and they shall be filled." Donna Ford is hungering and thirsting right now. And I know it's just money, okay? Money doesn't solve everybody's problems, but from your kind gesture, from your goodwill that you have prospered in your heart to give to the sick, to give to the poor, to give to the needy, that right there, that one, even if it's $1, even if it's 20, if it's 500, if you can give it all, we're just asking to meet our goal of $3,800. That's all we're trying to do. And by you doing that, we also have a week deadline to do this. And I know it's crunch time. This is kind of like last minute. But basically, if we get this done, not only will you bless this woman with I don't know how many more years of life, but God answers all prayers. And the reason why we're in this room right here, she said when she first got here that God has her back. And the reason why she's here right now, because God has her back. And I ask all Christians who are members of the Lord's church that if they would give, not of necessity, not of a grudging heart, but willfully, because the Lord loveth the cheerful giver, we'll have a routing number attached to the end of this video where you can send your money and basically get this girl taken care of. And with that said, we're going to end this video, but we're doing a money bomb. Our goal is $3,800, and I'm asking from the bottom of our hearts that you give, because when Christ said, "When I was hungry, you gave me food, and when I was thirsty, you gave me drink." And she's hungry, she's thirsty, and she's poor in spirit. And I'm asking you to give. And I'm not expecting anything. I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm doing it because I love her. And again, not because she's my coworker, because she's a human being. And thank you very much for listening. And I really appreciate all those who give. And you'll be recognized by your Father, which is in heaven, when He separates the sheep from the goats. Thank you.